This is an awesome new Pixie Glow Effect Paste set by Finnabair. Comes with two different pastes, Aurora, which has two different effects on dark and light, and a Pixie, which is just incredibly glittery and amazing. I've tested it on the tags. This is it on white cardstock. Very shimmery, very pretty. But my favourite is for sure on the black. Isn't that just amazing? Gorgeous. I'm going to attempt to finish off these two tags, but you will only see me finish off the black tag. I don't like what I did with the white tag, as you will see. But I thought I'd leave it in because sometimes you have to just sort of play around with stuff and get a feel for it before you really understand how it works and how you want to use it. So I fussy cut some items out of Uniquely Creative Dressed in Daydreams. They're quite eerie, fairy, arty-farty kind of images, so I thought that'd be quite cool on a tag. But you'll see me struggle here. I don't know where to put the extra flower. I'll pull the whole thing apart in a second. I have put behind a bit of natural muslin just to give it a bit more of a natural kind of look. But yeah, I just don't really love it. So I'm going to grab some pigment powders in a second and you'll see me test these out. So this is quite cool. It gives a resist effect. The effect paste gives a resist. But I don't like the colour of it, so it's just too dark, too bright. Should have been a bit more watered down probably, but you can see how it's resisting it. So wherever the pigment powder goes that the paste is not, it kind of sinks into the cardstock, but where the paste is, it won't sink in, so it kind of creates that background still. So it's pretty cool. Like, I like the effect of it, I just don't like the colour that I chose, or how dark I chose it, I guess. So you'll see me just clean off everything and move on. Oh, I'm just going to add a bit of the pixie paste because I thought, why not? Just to see what it looked like. But I'm just not loving the colour. It's too dark with the kind of ephemeral little lady. So I move on to the black tag. I pulled out a bit of chipboard from my stash and I'm just giving it some gesso because I'm going to colour it. I'm still trying to resuscitate this pink tag, but it's not going to happen. I will end up using that whirly kind of chipboard onto the black tag instead. And the black tag's got a flower chipboard sitting on top, but I won't use it. I've also pulled out some resin flowers from my stash, and I'm also going to gesso those so I can colour them as well. You'll see that in a second. Here I'm gessoing, just to make sure that I can colour them effectively. Next up, I'm going to use my Prima paints to colour them purple. I think this is such a pretty purple. So I'm a little bit off screen. I was clearly too in depth doing my art and not really paying attention to what else I was doing. I'm also going to colour in the swirly chipboard as well, same with the purple. And you can see now I've decided, okay, I like it on the dark tag as well. And of course I love green and purple together, so it looks beautiful to me. Now I'm thinking I'm going to get this muslin, I'm going to colour it. So I'm just going to use some pigment powder again, but this time it's some Prima pigment powder. And purple, purpley blue. And I have to give it a really good spray to kind of move it around the little bit of muslin. Here we go, all done. Now my next step is to kind of put it all together and think about how I'm going to proceed. So I put the muslin underneath the swirl chipboard, the flowers on top. And I'm thinking I probably want to add a little bit more colour to the flowers. Fussing around with the placement of them at the moment. So right, I'll come back with some wax. So I'm going to put a bit of yellow wax in the centre of the flowers. First of all, it's kind of a pearlescent kind of wax around the edges of the flowers, just to give them a bit more dimension. And then you can see I've just pulled out the yellow one as well, and I'm just popping that inside the centres. I'm also adding a little bit of green wax to the swirl, and I really like how it turned out. Adding the wax just gives it a little bit more dimension to it. I thought it needed something else, so I pulled out a wood magic word and I've coloured it in very bright green. It's using Dilutions green. But because I'm adding a little bit of wax over top of it, it darkens it up a little bit, so it looks fine. There you go, there's my finished tag. I'm pretty happy with it. It's not my usual style, so something different for me. Thanks for watching.